there have been fewer rags to riches success stories as good as Eminem's. So ever since I was a kid, I loved listening to Eminem's music and developed a love for his just specific style of rap. And I've also known him personally ever since I signed him on my record label when he was first starting out. So in this speech, I'm going to talk about how Eminem was just such an unlikely success story, and how he has used that success to not only propel himself, but also talk about problems that we have today. So Eminem's life started off pretty poorly. He was born in 1972 to a family that really just wasn't in a position to have kids. His dad left at his birth and never came back, even though there were a lot of attempts to try and connect again with him. His early life was spent moving around. They would move between 3 states because his mom couldn't hold a job for any multiple months. So he always was changing schools, didn't really have any close friend groups. But these experiences were an advantage to him because he was able to focus a lot more on rapping. It was known that he would study dictionaries sometimes just to be able to find new words that people hadn't been able to rhyme before. So he also changed the stigma of rap. Before that, it was kind of more focused on just gangster and like in LA, a lot of stuff like that. But now when he started rapping, it kind of changed to something that everyone could accept, and not just only those people in the hood, basically. So he mostly changed the stigma around 1999 when he dropped his album Slim Shady LP, which ended up going multi-platinum in that time, which is pretty unheard of for a rapper just in general. However, these successes weren't without sacrifice. He only had a few close friends, as I said before, just because of how much he was moving around, and also had to drop out of 9th grade at the age of 17 and never returned. So as I said before, Eminem completely changed the stigma of rap. He talked about things that people were experiencing at that time, hard things that a lot of rappers just weren't even going to say in the first place, which surprised many listeners, but as well it made them enjoy his music even more. He worked with such determination that once he decided that he was going to be successful, he just put in the work and just the hours and hours that a lot of people just weren't willing to do, and that's how he was successful. As I said before, he talked a lot about how things that other rappers wouldn't talk about. Currently, he's rapped many songs about politics and how he feels on that situation, and a lot of rappers will not do that at all just because of the stigma, and whatever followers may just stop listening. But he's not really worried about that, and a lot of that is the same with mental health. A lot of people just don't want to talk about it, but he's brought that into a lot of songs. So overall, Eminem started from the bottom and kind of became a star from his own willpower. He didn't shy away from the problems in today's society, and instead focused on them directly. And for that reason, I'm presenting Eminem with the most influential rapper of all time. Thank you.